5,000 meters above sea level, the late morning sunlight burning through his eyeballs, Tashi Namgyal surveyed the endless empty whiteness. Far in the distance, he thought he could see the small black dots he'd been watching out for. Together with his friends Ali Raza Stanba and Morup Sering, as well as an ancient muzzle-loading rifle, Namgyal had hiked up the Yaldor Ridge, one of the 5 ranges that descend like fingers from the great Chorbatla Mountains, like fingers, hoping to hunt mountain goat. Then, through his binoculars, the truth sank in. The dots were Pakistani soldiers, not prey. 25 years ago this summer, on the 3rd of May 1999, a patrol from the 3 Punjab Regiment hastily launched 2 lightly armed patrols to investigate the Sori Sering and his friends brought home to the village of Garkon. Both patrols were ambushed and forced to retreat. Following an intrusion in 1996, military historian General Y.M. Bammi has written, the then commander of the 15th Corps, General S. Padmanabhan, had ordered a company of troops be permanently stationed in Yaldor. But in the summer of 1998, Leh-based 3 Infantry Division ordered troops to begin trapping local animals to populate a new zoo in the town. The company was withdrawn. Early in June 1998, 3 Division headquarters repeated the instructions in a stern message marked 6361/9/zoo. Please ensure that various types of wild animals, birds are procured and dispatched to the zoo at Leh at your earliest convenience. Cages required for transportation of animals/birds will be made under arrangements of respective brigades. No representation will be entertained. To the east, 11 days after the 3 Punjab patrols were ambushed, Lieutenant Saurabh Kalia headed up the Kaksar River to reoccupy a post abandoned during the winter. The Pakistan Army was waiting for him too. Kalia's mutilated body and those of his men were returned weeks later. A second patrol was sent to investigate and was also ambushed, leading to the killing of Captain Amit Bhardwaj and Havaldar Rajveer Singh. As India prepares to commemorate its victory in Kargil, it's long past time to assign responsibility for the many failures of leadership which sent hundreds of soldiers to their deaths in 1999. The truth about what went wrong, where and why should not embarrass anyone, then Defense Minister George Fernandes said on the 14th of August 2002. And it is a must so that we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. He was right, and it's time to deliver on the promise. Ever since the summer of 1998, the Intelligence Bureau's station in Jammu and Kashmir, which is led by now National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, had become increasingly concerned about the prospect of incursions into Kargil. The Intelligence Bureau noted increased military activity in several Pakistan Army forward positions, which were later to serve as logistics bases during the war. Then Intelligence Bureau Director Shamal Datta took the very unusual step of issuing a personally signed warning on 2 June 1998. Later, the Intelligence Bureau reported the deployment of missiles on the Deosai Plains and the laying of fresh minefields. The Research and Analysis Wing, for its part, warned that new Pakistan Army formations, the 164 Motor Regiment and the 8th Northern Light Infantry, as well as the 69 Baloch Regiment, had been pumped into the region. The army itself, documents reveal, had similar concerns. In a note issued on 30th August 1998, Major KBS Khurana of the Intelligence and Field Security Unit said a source had revealed that, I quote, 500 Afghan militants had been brought to Gurikot, NJ 9759, to be further inducted into India in the near future. This was inaccurate. There were no Afghan jihadists in Kargil. But as Tashi Namgyal revealed, men in black shalwar kameezes were indeed used. The source was a little off, but not making things up. Later, the brigade major of the Kargil-based 121 Brigade, Major R.K. Dwivedi, issued another letter warning push by militants across the line of control. The note, dispatched on the 25th of August 1998, speculated that the infiltrators would, I quote, engage National Highway 1A with air defense weapons, target selected forward posts, and hit Kargil and outlying villages. These warnings spoke of infiltrators, not of a full scale military attack, but it should have served as a warning that something unusual and significant was happening. Top leadership, though, had other things on its mind. From early 1999, war games began to throw up disturbing evidence of the weakness of India's posture. In January 1999, Lieutenant Colonel Pushpinder Oberoi called the attention of the three divisions Major General Budhwar to the results of an exercise. In his 30th January 1999 letter, Colonel Oberoi reported that offensive action by Pakistan could render, I quote, some posts untenable. The letter called for forces to be permanently stationed on point 5165 on Pariyon Ka Talab and point 4660, the place that was later to become famous as Tiger Hill, the scene of some of the bloodiest battles. Less than a month on the 9th of February, troops of the 5 Para Regiment spotted movement on the top of point 5770, a strategic height in the southern Siachen area. Elsewhere, physical evidence of the incursions also emerged early in the spring. 8 to 10 Pakistani soldiers, official documents show, were seen removing snow from a concrete bunker to the west of the summit of point 5770. That evening, shots were exchanged in the area, the first fire contact of the Kargil War. Less than a month after that skirmish, field commanders conducted a second exercise, this one in April 1999, to test their defensive systems. Major General Mohinder Puri, commander of the 8th Division, played the role of Pakistan's army chief during the exercise, while the 70th Brigade's Devinder Singh acted as the general officer commanding of Pakistan's 10 Corps area. Towards the end of the exercise, the group assessed what might happen if a brigade-sized assault took place between the Zojila Pass and Kargil. Pakistan could, the exercise demonstrated, occupy large stretches of territory along the line of control. This was, of course, exactly what was already underway. However, 15 Corps Commander Lieutenant General Kishan Pal and Northern Army Commander Hari Mohan Khanna dismissed the idea. The Major General actually withdrew more troops from threatened locations. Early in 1999, as the zoo project unfolded, the 9 Mahar Regiment was moved from Yaldor and stationed near Leh. The 26th Maratha Light Infantry, which was charged with protecting the Mashko-Dras stretch, was also withdrawn. From 1998, it is clear commanders on the ground were complaining that they didn't have enough troops to guard the sector. In a 12th August 1998 letter, marked 101 GS Ops ANER, Brigadier Singh warned of the paucity of troops. While the combating of an insurgency is important, he noted, we must not lose sight of our primary role, that of ensuring the sanctity of the line of control and the integrity of our own territory. The brigade managed as best it could, we know from subsequent investigations. Troops were withdrawn from the Mashko area for only 80 days in the winter of 99, down from 177 days in 97. Yaldor was left undefended for only 64 days from February to April, where troops had been withdrawn for 120 days in 1997 and 119 days in 1998. Kaksar, another key area, was left undefended for only 38 days, down from over 200 in previous years. Even these windows, though, were more than enough to let the Pakistan army slip through the mountains. Even after fighting broke out, incredibly, top Indian commanders refused to engage with reality. At a meeting of the Unified Headquarters in Srinagar on 24th May 1999, Lieutenant General Pal insisted that there were, I quote, no concentration of troops on the Pakistani side and no battle indicators of war or even limited skirmishes. Paragraph 4V of the minutes of the meeting record his claim that, I quote, the situation was local and would be defeated locally. This was, events would obviously make clear, an appalling miscalculation. Later, though, General Kishan Pal would praise his own leadership. Generalship unparalleled in the history of warfare, he called it. Make what you want of that. For the most part, India's defense establishment has chosen to hush up failure, and that's made sure there's been no accountability for poor leadership nor lessons learned. Following the war of 1973, the Israeli cabinet set up an inquiry commission headed by the jurist Shimon Agranat. Top officials were sacked for mere delays in mobilizing reserves by 48 hours, even though Israel won the war. India, by way of contrast, is yet to even declassify its official war history of 1962, let alone assign blame for misjudgments by high officials. Lacking proper investigation, there's no way of telling why the many errors that led up to the Kargil war took place. Leaders might have been beguiled by the ongoing peace process between Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and General Pervez Musharraf. Top commanders might have been reluctant to voice their professional concerns. Perhaps the intelligence services weren't taken seriously by the politicians. The memory of the 527 Indian soldiers lost in Kargil demands an answer, not more syrupy, meaningless words. I'm Praveen Swami and I'm a contributing editor to ThePrint. Thank you for watching this episode of Security Code.